coming off his 10th grade season. And he really impressed us in camp to start with, just the things that he could do, throwing the football, his release, all those kinds of things, footwork and what have you. I got to see him a year ago, January, being up to visit his school and watch him practice basketball. And just to see the growth from June to January was very impressive. Now, I had an opportunity to go up and see him play back in October, I believe it was. And then, last week saw him again on the basketball court. So you watch guys just mature and grow. That's exciting. But, we really think he's got all the attributes of a good quarterback. He's a good athlete. He's got a real command, a real presence about him. And in a quiet way, I would say, kind of like C.J. Beathard or Brad Banks, not necessarily a boisterous guy, but a guy that players rally around and gravitate to. So I think he's got all the physical attributes that you would look for. And then on top of that, all the characteristics you kind of like to see a guy embody. And I'll throw in there, too, he might have the biggest hands of any player I've ever shook hands with. I thought he had a baseball glove on last time I shook his hand, so that's a good thing, too, especially in the Midwest.
Regarding Stanley, it seems like he embodies that quote-unquote fit that you guys look for. I mean, is that the way you see it with him?
It didn't hurt. His mom, coincidentally, is from Iowa, the state of Iowa, and Dad's from Sterling, Illinois, which is a home game too, so that part's good. Both of them went to Wartburg, and so there's a little bit of a connection that way. And I don't know if that helped get Nate to camp, but once he got here, the rest of it just kind of happened as a result of who he is and what he stands for. So, the more we investigated, the more excited we were, and we're just thrilled that he was the first commitment in this class, actually. So it's a good thing for a quarterback to lead it off and be the guy, heading the charge.
How do you know? How can you project? He plays a wing T offense in way northern Wisconsin. How do you project him to be a Big Ten quarterback?
Well, we saw him throw the ball in camp. We didn't have him running the wing T there. I'll make him Pleva and Adam Cox would have liked that. Fullbacks get the ball all the time in a wing T. But we got to see him throw, and then watching him on tape, and then got to see him throw the ball live. That ball comes out pretty good, so that's not a concern. And Coach LeBoot up there's a veteran coach who's won a lot of football games. They utilized his talents as well, and he just did a lot of nice things out there in that offense.